Ezekiel chapter 45. And in your causing the land to fall into inheritance, you lift up a raised offering to Yahweh, a holy portion of the land. The length, 25,000 is the length, and the breadth, 10,000. It is holy in all its surrounding border. There is of this for the sanctuary 500 by 500 square around, and 50 cubits of outskirt is around it. And by this measure you measure the length 25,000, and the breadth 10,000. And the sanctuary is in it, the Holy of Holies. It is the holy portion of the land. It is for priests, servants of the sanctuary, who are drawing near to serve Yahweh. And it has been a place for their houses, and a holy place for the sanctuary. And of the 25,000 of length, and of the 10,000 of breadth, there is to the Levites, servants of the house, for them, for a possession, 20 chambers. And of the possession of the city you set an area of 5,000 breadth and 25,000 length, along the raised offering of the holy portion. It is for all the house of Israel. And for the prince, on this side and on that side of the raised offering of the holy place, and of the possession of the city, at the front of the raised offering of the holy place, and at the front of the possession of the city, from the west corner westward, and from the east corner eastward, and the length is corresponding to one of the portions from the west border to the east border of the land, there is for possession to him in Israel. And my princes do not oppress my people any more, and they give the land to the house of Israel according to their tribes. Thus said Lord YHWH, enough from you, princes of Israel. Turn violence and spoil aside, and do judgment and righteousness. Lift up your exactions from off my people. A declaration of Lord YHWH. You must have just balances, and a just ephah, and a just bath. The ephah and the bath is of one measure, for the bath to carry 1/10 of the homer, and the ephah 1/10 of the homer. Its measurement is according to the homer. And the shekel is 20 gerah, 20 shekels, 25 shekels, 15 shekels is your maneh. This is the raised offering that you lift up, 1/6 part of the ephah of a homer of wheat. Also you have given 1/6 part of the ephah of a homer of barley, and the portion of oil, the bath of oil, 1/10 part of the bath out of the core, a homer of 10 baths, for 10 baths are a homer. And 1 lamb out of the flock, out of 200, out of the watered country of Israel, for a present, and for a burnt offering, and for peace offerings, to make atonement by them. A declaration of Lord YHWH. All the people of the land are at this raised offering for the prince in Israel. And on the prince are the burnt offerings and the present and the drink offerings, in celebrations and in new moons and in Sabbaths, in all appointed times of the house of Israel. He makes the sin offering and the present and the burnt offering and the peace offerings, to make atonement for the house of Israel. Thus said Lord YHWH. In the 1st month, on the 1st of the month, you take a bullock, a son of the herd, a perfect one, and have cleansed the sanctuary. And the priest has taken from the blood of the sin offering, and has put it on the doorpost of the house, and on the 4 corners of the border of the altar, and on the post of the gate of the inner court. And so you do on the 7th of the month, because of each erring one, and because of the simple one, and you have purified the house. In the 1st month, on the 14th day of the month, you have the Passover, a celebration of 7 days. Unleavened bread is eaten. And the prince has prepared on that day for himself and for all the people of the land a bullock, a sin offering. And on the 7 days of the celebration he prepares a burnt offering to Yahweh, 7 bullocks and 7 rams, perfect ones, daily for 7 days, and a sin offering, a kid of the goats, daily. And he prepares a present of an ephah for a bullock, and an ephah for a ram, and a hin of oil for an ephah. In the 7th month, on the 15th day of the month, in the celebration, he does according to these things for 7 days, as the sin offering, so the burnt offering, and as the present, so also the oil.